Hey everyone, this is one I've been wanting to review for a while. This is a 1971 New American Standard Bible Reference Edition, published by Creation House. And this is just a perfect example of getting a really great Bible for very little money. I paid $1 for this at a library sale, and it's a really nice Bible. This is a 71 NASB, and that was the first year that Lockman released the entire translation, so all 66 books, Old and New Testament. I think prior to that they had released the New Testament and maybe parts of the Old. It would continue to be revised through the 70s. It was revised in, I think, 73, 75, maybe 76 and 77. I'm probably missing something there, but if you're familiar with the NASB, you know that the 77, that was the current translation of the NASB for a long time. Until 1995, it was revised, and then very recently it's been revised again. There's now a 2020 version. But this is a 71, and all the 70s versions are quite similar. Minor revisions were made. Lockman doesn't say what those minor revisions were, so I'm not sure how they differ, but from what I've gathered, they're all similar enough that you can use them almost interchangeably. So they have their usual kind of their aims, translation, what they are accomplishing. I always love it says, important, the following information should be read right at the beginning. Could apply that to the whole Bible. But gets into their principles and aims of explanation of the format. Excuse me. We get our table of contents for the Old and New Testament, and then we're in Genesis. And you see we have chapters are broken up. We have a verse-by-verse layout, references and translation notes on the outside, and it's a single column layout. And this is just really nice to read from, and really nice to use. What I often do is, if I'm reading from another Bible, I will often use this one to reference if I want to compare translation, because it's so easy with this layout to find a given verse on the page. And that has been, what I've really loved about this, because I'm not an NASB guy, but I do really appreciate, especially the 77 and prior NASBs. They're literal. Some would say maybe to a fault. Others would say they're perfectly literal. And it just gives you a very different kind of translation than many others. And it's great to get a little bit closer to the original languages and how things were phrased. So if you see one of these and you can get it for a really great price like I did, by all means grab it. This one is in excellent condition. The pages are good. There's a little bit of ghosting, but very reasonable. It's not line matched, but it's not a problem. It's on really good paper. I've heard some of the more recently produced NASBs, or I don't know. I think I shouldn't say recent, but I think some of them that were produced a few years ago were not on very good paper, and these seem to become very highly sought by those who wanted to read. I think since then there's been some better editions produced. You see I got quite a bit of wrinkling here right at the end of Revelation, but other than that it's in great shape. And that's it. There's no concordance, no index, no maps. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, if you come across one of these for a great price, there's a few different publishers that publish these, and I should have looked up who those are before I showed you this, because I don't remember now, but Creation House was one of them. I've I've heard online that Creation House, those were some of the better ones with the better paper. I can't tell you if that's true or not because I only have this one. But, so if you're researching, if you're looking for them on eBay or something, you might want to do a little research first. But, if you come across one in person, you can look at it and see what you think. And it's just a great Bible. Even if you don't read from the NASB, it's a great one to have to compare the NASB. So, yeah, that's about it. This was a pretty simple one. Appreciate you watching. Want to say hello and thank you to my viewers. I've got several new subscribers. Some of you have left me comments. Thank you. And I also just want to give a shout out to Joe St. Egg Benedictus. He's been supporting the channel from the beginning. He just recently exceeded 50 subscribers. He likes to do a lot of thrift Bibles and books as well. So if you like this kind of thing, look for him and subscribe. Thanks. If you have anything to share, please leave a comment below. And please subscribe if you'd like to see more thrift store Bibles.